and a very warm welcome to Guangzhou, the capital of Guangdong province and the third largest city in China. Located on the Pearl River Delta in southern China, Guangzhou is a city that manages to mix the old with the new and has a skyline which is dominated by the iconic Canton Tower, the fourth tallest freestanding structure in the world. But we're here at the Tianhe Gymnasium for the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. This is the culmination of events that have spanned the globe, from America to Europe to Asia and Oceania, all culminating in just the top 8 players and pairs in each of the 5 disciplines being invited to the end-of-year finale here in Guangzhou. Well, this is the magnificent trophy the players are playing for this week, made by Royal Selangor Pewter. The design is based on the famous Canton Tower here in Guangzhou. But it's not just the trophy at stake. There's also a total prize fund of $1.5 million US, the biggest purse ever at a BWF event. So just 8 players and pairs in each of the 5 disciplines. Those 8 have been drawn into 2 groups of 4. Everyone plays everyone else in their group, and then it's just the top 2 from each of those groups who qualify for the semi-final knockout stage. Semi-finals on Saturday before all 5 finals on Sunday. So this is the second session on day 2 of competition, and so the second day of group matches. 5 matches for you this evening, and we're starting with women's singles and 2 players who both won their opening matches in Group A. It's the world #1 TAI Tzu Ying, 2-time former winner of the end-of-year finale, up against the world and Olympic silver medalist PUSARLA Sindhu. Then it's men's doubles and a repeat of the China Super 1000 final, and it's a must-win situation for both pairs as they both lost their opening matches in Group A. It's the 2016 World Junior Champions Han Chengkai and Zhao Haodong up against the reigning European champions Kim Astrup and Anders Rasmussen. Then it's the second women's singles and 2 former world champions battling it out, and both won their opening matches in Group B. Nozomi Okuhara, world champion last year, up against Ratchanok Intanon, who won her world championship gold medal in this very arena 5 years ago. Then we finish this evening's play with 2 mixed doubles, and both matches from Group B. The #2 seeds Yuta Watanabe and Arisa Higashino, the All England champions, they lost their first match. They're up against the World Championship silver medalists Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping. And then the second of the mixed doubles, the Olympic silver medalists Chan Peng-soon and Go Liu Ying, up against Faisal and Wujaya, who won their first match yesterday against those All England champions Watanabe and Higashino. So the tall, elegant PUSARLA Sindhu, who reached the final at the end-of-year finale a year ago. Her opponent, a player who has made history at this event, the only player to reach 3 finals at the season-ending championships. Well, when we look at the draw, that confirms what I've already told you, that TAI Tzu Ying and PUSARLA Sindhu have both won their opening matches. TAI Tzu Ying yesterday beat Zhang Beiwen in 2 straight games. PUSARLA Sindhu in a repeat of the final of the Super Series finals a year ago beat Akane Yamaguchi, obviously reversing the result of that final in Dubai last year. So they both won 1 match, and it could prove crucial to deciding this group, the winner of today's encounter between TAI Tzu Ying and PUSARLA Sindhu. Well, as far as these 2 players are concerned, 2 of the most recognisable women's singles players in world badminton at the moment. The world #1, who finished #1 on the World Tour rankings, TAI Tzu Ying, who won an incredible, a record-breaking 6 World Tour titles this year, up against the world and Olympic silver medalist. But look at that, no World Tour titles this year. In fact, PUSARLA Sindhu is the only player in the women's singles discipline here in Guangzhou that has not won a World Tour title throughout the year. But my goodness me, she is one of the best players, because throughout the year she has been in a total of 5 tournament finals. Well, the countdown is on. It gives me a quick opportunity to welcome Steen Pedersen, the former head coach, to the Danish national team. And Steen, we've got a couple of women's singles encounters that should be absolutely crackers.
Yeah, I'm looking extremely forward to seeing those two women's singles. Also, the repeat of the men's doubles final in China Open is going to be good. It's going to be a great session here, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, me too. As the record-breaking TAI Tzu Ying enters the arena here at the Tianhe Gymnasium.
TAI Tzu Ying, Chinese Taipei.
A year ago on the Super Series, she equaled the record of 5 women's singles titles in a calendar year. But this year, she has broken that record under the new title of the HSBC BWF World Tour. 6 women's singles titles in a calendar year has never been achieved before. But in my opinion, PUSARLA Sindhu is a big tournament player, and this the biggest tournament at the culmination of the World Tour. This is the 14th meeting between the two players, and TAI Tzu Ying, as you briefly saw, won the last time they met, which was in the final of the Asian Games in Jakarta. But I think what is far more significant is the fact that this lady, TAI Tzu Ying, has actually won the last 6 encounters between these two players. And that must give her an overwhelming psychological advantage. In fact, the last time that PUSARLA Sindhu beat her opponent of today was in the last 16 of the Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. 24 years of age now, TAI Tzu Ying, born in Kaohsiung, and she is enjoying her 105th week in total as world #1, making her 6th consecutive appearance at the end of year finale. This is the 2nd time that she has finished the year as the world #1. That confirms what I told you a little earlier, that she won her opening match against the player who won the India Open earlier this year, the #8 seed Zhang Beiwen, representing the United States of America. 2 straight games, 30 minutes, and 30 minutes in these slow playing conditions means that it really was a very convincing win for an opening match from TAI Tzu Ying. So to the #6 seed, PUSARLA Sindhu, #6 on the world ranking at the moment, but did spend 11 weeks in total across 3 spells as world #2. This her 3rd consecutive appearance at the season-ending championships. Beaten in the final a year ago by Akane Yamaguchi in a thrilling final that went an hour and 34 minutes. It was rather more convincing yesterday, wasn't it, against the defending champion, Yamaguchi. But what a tight opening game, 24-22. 52 minutes for that match yesterday. How Long Yu from China is our umpire for this. Simon Au from Hong Kong, our service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, PUSARLA Sindhu, India. And on my left, TAI Tzu Ying, Chinese Taipei. PUSARLA Sindhu to serve. Level. Play.
So the world and Olympic silver medalist PUSARLA Venkata Sindhu getting this Group A match underway. It's gone wide. And Steen, I have to ask you about the head-to-heads, and of course it's an overwhelming advantage for the world #1 TAI Tzu Ying, but the fact that she has won the last 6 encounters does give her a huge psychological advantage.
Yeah, but I think she's going to lose today.
Wow.
Service over.
I think this is a really good chance for PV Sindhu to get a win. If she's got her running shoes on, that is.
When does she not have her running shoes on?
This is conditions that suit PV Sindhu much, much better than the drifty, windy stadium in Istoris and Iron. And we must remember that TAI Tzu Ying, she withdrew from China 750 and retired from the semi-final in her last tournament, the Hong Kong 500. So I'm not sure that TAI Tzu Ying is in the same kind of shape that we've seen her earlier this year.
Very good point.
So I'm not sure that Sindhu is going to win, but I think she has a good chance.
Yeah. Well, I think she's a big tournament player, and I've been reading the newspapers in India, and she's been talking about the fact that she pulled out of the Saeed Modi event, the Super 300 event, so that she could focus her concentration on this. She's prepared for this event.
Yeah, and that makes me a little bit worried because Shrikant, he pulled out of the Thomas Cup to focus on Asian Games and World Championships, and he played miserable in those 2 events. So sometimes the psychological effect is that you get a little bit too tensed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope we're in for a good match here. Boy, what a shot.
Yeah. Good rally.
5-2.
Well, 5 straight points for the world #1.
Yeah, and it's Sindhu who looks a little bit tensed, in my opinion. Like, on paper, she's the big underdog because she's lost the last 6 encounters, so I'm not so certain what she's nervous about. Maybe she feels it's a good chance as well, but perhaps she also, I mean, maybe Gobi-chan, if he's had some of the same thoughts that we've been discussing here, he's sort of saying, hey, there's a good chance now, and so on. So when you go on court, you still have that last 6 encounters in the back of your mind, and more or less have to convince yourself that it's actually correct, that you have a chance here in this arena.
Yeah. Indecision. Took that far too late. Took it about shoulder height.
3-2.
No, that's good judgment.
Service over.
I think she should have smashed on that one. I think it was a bit short from TAI Tzu Ying.
That's gone wide. Now, you mentioned the injury to this player. It was a torso strain. And I've been watching her around the head movement. I know it's only early stages, but it looks to me as if it's okay.
Yeah.
There we are. That will test it again. And that one. Yeah, well played.
Would definitely go for more downward shots if I were PV Sindhu. We're talking a lot about her now because that's the interesting thing, in my opinion. I mean, she's lost. Can she win? If things go as normal, then TAI Tzu Ying's excellent technical skills would be the deciding factor. So the interesting thing is, can PV Sindhu get a win here? And that's the kind of shots that I feel she should be making, especially on this side of the court here. The problem for most players when playing Thai is that she's stealing time from them in terms of deceptions. So by putting pressure on her, you limit her shot choices. And I think there's good opportunity to do it here.
Can't afford errors like that against the world #1. Just a glorious shot, isn't it? Virtually no backswing of the racket.
Just a little flick.
Take a look at this. Watch this. Look at that. Oh, great punch clear.
Oi, that would have been a winner had it come over. She was stranded in the middle there, PV Sindhu. Good shot.
Oh, that's just delightful. The ability, it seems, to hit winners at will. Incredible racket head control. And the advantage, a 4-point advantage, after just 7 minutes of play. Chin Chin. Oh, coach. With the black coat on of the two Indian coaches, giving the advice to PUSARLA Sindhu, better known in her home country just as PV Sindhu.
Play.
Oh, she missed another one. That probably would have been an outright winner had it have gone over.
Yeah. And that's the shots that, the points that Sindhu should smile at inside, because they count just as much as the beautiful played shots like this one. There's a challenge on the middle of the line.
Yeah, I thought it was in too. But Hawkeye will adjudicate for us and tell us for sure. Here we go. Yeah. Good challenge.
That is over.
Yep.
12-8.
That's a good lift. Oh.
13-8.
agree with the strategy right now. I definitely think PV Sindhu should start with a downward going shot. Reasonably paced smash, possibly to the middle of the court, taking angles away from TAI Tzu Ying. The thing is here, the difficult thing is for TAI Tzu Ying, when she's played under pressure to one of the backcourt corners, she will have difficulties playing it long enough. It looks like she doesn't believe it, Sindhu. Seems like TAI can just play that backhand, that corner, and there's winners. That's it.
It's going wide.
That's the way to play it. The last 5 shots were brilliant from an Indian perspective.
10, 9, play.
Oh, 2 nice backhands. Gone wide.
11, 15.
Was simply too short. The clear from PUSARLA. That one.
Yeah. Good serve from TAI Tzu Ying. Wide again.
And looks back towards deep backhand corner, TAI Tzu Ying, as if to try and get her spatial awareness. Yeah, I'm with you, Steen. I think that she needn't have played that one. All about acute angle. And part slice on that. No power for Sindhu to feed off on her defensive shot. That's gone wide as well.
So it's over.
But the worrying part for Sindhu is that she's almost won no points on her own. She's just capitalized from mistakes, and in the long run, if she doesn't score some points on her own, then I think it's going to be difficult.
So it's over 18-13.
Samsul, 11, 12.
Oh, behind the back. Oh, fabulous.
Fantastic shot by TAI Tzu Ying, but I don't know if the camera caught that look from PV Sindhu just after that towards her coaches. It was like, see, I told you, she's too good.
Service over 14-19.
Oh, that error from PUSARLA Venkata Sindhu means that the world #1 TAI Tzu Ying has 6 game point opportunities. And only needs the one. 21-15 at the opening game to TAI Tzu Ying. Oh my goodness me, didn't she look impressive? No sign that I could see of the injury problems she's had of late. And only 16 minutes for the opening game, 21-14.
Short engine challenges called out.
మళ్ళీ నెగెట్ అయిపోతుంది మీకు ఇక్కడ డౌన్ రానుకో ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ ప్రెస్ చేసే ఛాన్స్ వస్తుంది అదే సెంటర్ కావాలంటే యాంగిల్ సో వీళ్ళు కొంచెం సెంటర్ ఆడుతున్నారు అది నాలుగైదు డ్రైవింగ్ ఒక్కసారి ట్రై చేయాలి ఎందుకంటే అమ్మాయి బ్యాలెన్స్ ఎస్పెషల్లీ అన్ని బ్యాక్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి అక్కడ లేదు స్ట్రైట్ ఆడుతుంది పేషెంట్ ఆడుతుంది ఛాన్స్ ఉంది చాలా మ్యాచ్లో ఉన్నా వీళ్ళైతే సెంటర్కి వేసుకోవాలి ఈ బ్యాక్ అనేది ఇక్కడ తీసి ఎఫెక్టివ్ వెళ్ళేసారు
Well, I know we've said it before. We wish Pullela Gopichan would speak up a bit so we can hear. Did you manage to catch any of that?
No, but I've also been told that he speaks to or with PV Sindhu in Telugu, the local language in, I guess, the province is called Telangana, or the state is called Telangana. So then it wouldn't help because I'm not strong in Telugu.
Here we go, second game. Challenge here, one first rally of the second game.
That was a difficult one to call. I'm not really sure what I think about that one.
So that's the challenge lost.
One challenge remaining.
And only one challenge remaining for the world #1 here in the second game.
Play. Service over 1-all.
She's been a bit stiff in her defense. PV Sindhu, that backhand side there has cost a number of points.
2-1.
Been breaking records all year has this young lady, TAI Tzu Ying. 8 World Tour tournament finals, winning 6 of them. And that, as I was saying earlier, is an all-time record since the inception of the Super Series back in 2007. But also, Steve, she is the only player to have won World Tour titles at the top 4 tiers of tournaments. Super 1000, 750s, 500s and 300.
And her own tournament.
Yeah. So so she has won titles in all of them.
Chinese Taipei's tournaments, but,
Yes.
but her home tournament.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's impressive.
It is, isn't it?
Service over 3-all.
Oh, yes.
4-3.
Oh, good clear. It's been surprising to me so far, Steen, that there's been so many errors from TAI Tzu Ying on her touch shots.
But that was also the case yesterday against Zhang Fei when she won convincingly. But I thought there were more errors than when she's at her best, and that was part of the reasoning for my rather bold statement in the beginning of the match that that Sindhu was going to win this. I think there are more mistakes in TAI Tzu Ying than earlier this year, but I mean, if there's also winners, then it doesn't really matter that much. And that's why I would like to see Sindhu put pressure on her, because then I think there would be even more mistakes.
This is a good rally. Oh, my goodness.
That's the clear would like.
Got to be the longest rally of the match so far as well, surely. Brilliant, brilliant! How on earth did she create that angle? And not only created the angle, she found the line as well. What an incredible shot. Look at that.
And that's exactly the problem for Sindhu, in my opinion, that if she plays with too little pressure on TAI Tzu Ying, then eventually Tai will make some of these shots here, and they hurt PV Sindhu. They hurt her a lot.
Service over 7-4.
Another touch shot where an error is made. Normally you associate that with somebody being nervous. If somebody's nervous, then the touch shots go.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the case with TAI Tzu Ying.
I don't think so either.
Gone wide.
Yeah.
8-4.
Wasn't very deep either, which is surprising because
She was like smiling
Yeah.
to Lai Qian and said, how could I make that mistake?
yeah, well played.
9-4.
PV Sindhu opened up a nice 5-point cushion.
that's the way to do it.
10-4.
I just thought it would happen on the opposite side, that the opportunities were good there, because she would get a little bit help on her attack, Sindhu, but it works just as well on the far side of the court.
Service over 5-10.
Oh, lovely block,
Oi.
lovely block.
What touch, what fantastic touch.
It's a delightful backhand to watch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Technically. Yeah, there's a nice block as well. Careless error, though, and it means that PUSARLA Venkata Sindhu has a 5-point advantage here at the mid-game interval in the second game.
Second game, one ball, play.
The pace తీసేస్తాను తగ్గించేసి స్లో కొంచెం హై టాస్ స్లో ఇక్కడ బాక్స్ కొడుతున్నా బాక్స్ లేదని డౌట్ ఉందంటే మళ్ళీ అక్కడ బ్రేక్ వేసుకొని చూసాను అమ్మాయి తిరిగి కొడుతుంది దగ్గర పెట్టాను
Looks like he wants it to lift.
I thought that from the gestures too.
Of course, she can lift with more confidence playing the far side of the court,
11-6.
playing a little bit against the drift.
Play.
But I fear that TAI Tzu Ying's delicate drop shots will do a lot of damage then.
Missed it.
Yeah, good idea.
Service over
Just played
7.
too
11.
close to the line. It's not that shot there. It's not a winner shot. It's not something that she wins a lot of rallies on. So it should just be played with good marking and on to the next shot.
So just as a building shot rather
Yes,
than as a winning.
it's a transportation shot. It's never a winner.
Yeah. Well left.
Yeah.
PUSARLA Sindhu challenge.
Oh, she's challenged.
Call up.
There we go.
It was long.
Yeah.
It was just a challenge to prevent TAI Tzu Ying from
Challenge unsuccessful.
getting into a good rhythm
One
after
challenge
the interval, I
remaining.
suspect.
8-11. Play.
Backhand serve. Oh, my word.
That's it.
Service over.
I like that body smash because it doesn't open up a whole lot of angles, and if angles are opened up, then TAI Tzu Ying is going to play them.
Yeah. I also thought she moved quicker to that round the head position. That previous shot where she just missed from the round the head position, and you said that it should just be a building shot.
Yeah.
I thought she was slightly slow onto it anyway. Clever, clever, clever.
Service over. 9-12.
And that had to be nigh on perfect height because PUSARLA is such a tall athlete. If it had been any lower, she would have been able to intercept.
I think perhaps it's one of the areas where she could improve Sindhu in sort of lowering her point of gravity when she's a little bit in the defense or the opponent has the upper hand in the rally. I think she's very upright, and that hurts her balance a little bit. Quite a bit.
Right to music. Use your feet. Thank you.
Gone long.
Service over 13-10.
Not often you see that. An error on the return of serve from the world number one.
Service over 11-14.
Beaten by the deception, really. Yeah, there's another smash error from TAI Tzu Ying.
The bad news for Sindhu here is, in terms of statistics, that this year on the World Tour, TAI Tzu Ying, she hasn't lost a match when she's won the first game.
Crikey.
Only lost 5 matches on the World Tour. I'm reasonably nervous when I say that, Jill, because I hope it's consistent with your notes.
Well, I know that in individual tournaments, she's lost 6 matches.
And the World Championships is one of them.
And exactly. And I have her individual win-loss record for the year as 53-6. All matches 58-7.
Well played.
Service over 16-12.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17-12.
And that was another thing yesterday. I don't think TAI Tzu Ying is moving as fast as earlier this year. The max pace, so to speak, is not as high as earlier on.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
Really, really great shot.
17.
Look how steep it is.
Yeah. Wasn't full power though.
No.
All about angle. Angle and placement.
One more time.
Service over 18-13.
We're just 3 points away from being treated to a third and deciding game. Yeah. Definitely wide and probably long as well. What a rally. Yeah.
19-13. Này.
Oh, that's landed right in the corner. Goodness me.
Service
He
over.
couldn't have walked over there and placed that any better.
19.
Yeah.
Service over. 20. Game
Good
point,
play from
14.
PUSARLA Venkata Sindhu. And she has 6 game point opportunities here in this second game.
Service over. 15-20.
Is that the first time that TAI Tzu Ying has used the body attack? We've seen it once from PUSARLA.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Nicely played anyway.
Maybe once before. I'm not really sure.
Oh dear, that was completely
20.
mistimed. Service error
Game.
from TAI Tzu
Second game
Ying
won by
gifts the
PUSARLA
second game.
Sindhu.
21-16.
16.
And it's one game all in this Group A encounter. 37 minutes into the match. And everything to play for in the third and deciding game.
Anticipate values. అమ్మాయి కన్నా బెటర్ కొట్టాలి చూడు కొట్టి నెక్స్ట్ బాగా ఆడతాను ఈ స్ట్రోక్లో పాయింట్ తీసుకోవాలని ఆడు ఈ స్ట్రోక్ కొట్టి నెక్స్ట్ స్ట్రోక్ కూడా ఆడతానని
11-6. Play.
బేస్ తీసేస్తాను అండ్ ఇక్కడ వస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు జస్ట్ సెంటర్ ఇక్కడ 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 ఇక్కడ
7-11.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So the match finally poised at one game
Final
apiece.
game. Level. Play.
Well,
Service over. 1
start of the third game,
love.
same way as the end of the second game, a service error.
And she was serving short services most of the first game with PV Sindhu.
Oh, well taken. Well taken indeed. Delightful skill. Look how she hovers and then launches herself towards the net to play that kill. Brushes over the top of the shuttle. Magnificent.
Love.
She's not coping well with this near side of the court PV Sindhu where she's playing with the drift. I don't know if that's also some of the problems that she's got when playing in Historis and Iron, but she needs to employ a much more controlling and attacking playing style.
Service over, 1-3.
Basically, when she plays TAI Tzu Ying, whenever she plays shots without pace in, trying to play accurate shots, she's getting punched in the nose by TAI Tzu Ying because she's just better in those areas.
Oh, net cord. Good rally. Oh, just wide.
2-3.
Well, you said towards the end of the second game, Steen, that you didn't think TAI Tzu Ying was moving as quickly as earlier in the season, but I have to say she upped the pace of her movement in that last rally.
And that can be the danger that sort of PV Sindhu plays her good, so to speak.
Oh, lovely touch. We were criticising her touch shots early on in the match, but my goodness, she's found her range now. Look at that, that's a beauty. Gets the net cord.
We were just saying that there were more mistakes than normally.
Oh, no, that's well wide.
5-2.
Yeah, interesting that TAI Tzu Ying staying on court. She's sending a message to the umpire who allowed PV Sindhu off court to go and towel down. TAI Tzu Ying is sending the message that I'm ready and I'm wanting to play on. Sophie, how many times have we seen that round the head cross court angled shot end up as a winner today?
Many times.
Beautiful. It's gone wide. So of course it begs the question, Steen, how does PV Sindhu stop that? What you were saying earlier about more attacking play, or
more attacking play, taking away the angles, putting pace in the shuttle, almost always at the net playing flat to the back court, not giving TAI Tzu Ying the opportunities on the front court. That would be my choice.
oh, indecision. Cost her there.
4-6.
But she's got a couple of important points here, PV Sindhu. It's obviously easier for her to play up against the drift where she can punch her clears a little bit more, where she doesn't have to think too much about the power she puts in her lifts.
5-6.
Every single point that she can sort of fight herself to, like she did here, where TAI Tzu Ying overdid it, could help her get her first win in, what is it, 2.5 years' time or so?
Yes.
The Olympics.
Yeah.
11-20.
Yeah.
Service over, 7.
And that
5.
smash straight down the line is what makes her winner across court so effective.
Yeah, because she can hit both.
Exactly.
fantastic.
Yeah.
8-5.
Deep forehand in the angle.
But again, I mean, I might be repeating myself, but playing long to TAI Tzu Ying without much pressure on, I mean, you just, too many times you're standing there trying to defend, and it's difficult enough to read the shots of TAI Tzu Ying, so I just don't get it. Why not play a downward shot long into the middle of the court, pretty much where TAI Tzu Ying is standing?
Yeah, well anticipated. Forced TAI Tzu Ying to play the backhand a little late. In fact, she did a full pirouette before she played that backhand. That was amazing.
Service over 9-6.
Who chose ends? Do you remember, Steen?
I don't remember.
No.
But they did change ends from
How they came
where
onto
they
the court.
came onto the court. So
Yeah.
one of them has decided where she wanted to finish.
Yeah, it's a good punch clear. She uses all four corners of her opponent's court so beautifully. TAI Tzu Ying. Gone wide, and it's a 5-point advantage as they change ends in this third and deciding game. Minutes into the match.
Court 1, 15 seconds. Court 1.
Well, they both looked pretty calm, didn't they? Both coach and player. Clear game plan. What she's going to try and implement, and of course with a 5-point advantage, must feel
11-6.
quite confident. But 5 points is not a lot in badminton terms. That gap can always be clawed back.
But it puts some pressure on here because she can't afford to lose two
Service
consecutive
over
points after
7.
the interval. Then it's 13-6 now. It's 7-11. That's good, but you've got to make something happen immediately after changing ends.
Yeah. Oh, lovely skill. Missed it.
Yeah, she got it back one more time than the touch could bear at the moment. TAI Tzu Ying.
This is an important rally.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Time and time again.
We were basically just waiting for that shot.
Yeah. But it's amazing. It's so tight to the net when you think she's played it right from the back of the court. for the final drop shot to land so far in front of that front service line indicates just how tight it was to the net.
And I think it's almost impossible to read anything from her body language and from her racket and arm movement to see where it's coming. But then the idea must be to not play in that corner unless you can put pressure on your opponent.
Oh, it's landed in. This judgment held up by the drift.
Service over 9.
She's hanging in there, Sindhu.
Yeah, this is far from over yet, you know. Oh, that's a good shot. And that's very, very quick movement to the round the head position.
A sudden injection of pace backwards there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of TAI Tzu Ying's shots, played by Sindhu.
Yeah. Yeah, well played.
Just 1 point in it now.
It's over 30-11.
Got deflected off the top of the tape. Made it very difficult for Sindhu to readjust her defensive position. Oh, judged. Well done.
Service over 12-13.
6 of the last 8 points since the change of ends.
Yeah, the lead is gone.
Yeah.
But that's interesting to see if she can up her shot quality, TAI Tzu Ying.
13-all.
And having been 5 points adrift at the mid-game interval, and now all level, 1 game all, and 13 all. And into the lead.
14-13.
Well, well, well. Gone on as well. This is extraordinary. 9 of the last 11 points.
Yeah, she's been good, Sindhu, in judging the shots on the back line, in my opinion.
Nice backhand. This is extraordinary.
She's gotten confidence. Maybe Sindhu.
Ten of the last 12 points.
Play.
Oi, fantastic.
Service over, line 8.
It's a good rally for TAI Tzu Ying. No matter the outcome.
That's amazing.
17-13.
What a turnaround in fortune. I can remember saying, Steen, that TAI Tzu Ying and her coach looked very relaxed at the mid-game interval of this deciding game, and I'm just thinking to myself, were they a little too relaxed?
Yeah.
Longest rally of this deciding game.
Well, the map was drawn in the second game where Sindhu played like this. Not as dominant as this, but she was controlling it from the far side of the courts. I thought that the lead for TAI Tzu Ying would be just enough to reach the goal line, but now it seems like it's going to be difficult.
This is absolutely amazing.
Good shot. The positive thing for TAI Tzu Ying now is that she has the capability of scoring quick points in succession. If she gets it just right, the pressure and the touch.
Right.
Fantastic retrieval.
Yeah, that clever final shot, the body smash from TAI Tzu Ying. Yeah, for PV Sindhu to get this one, you're right, Steve. It was amazing. Yeah, that's a good body smash too.
19-15.
Both using the same tactic in the last two rallies. So 2 points from a second win in Group A for PUSARLA.
No matter what happens, both players still have the chance to progress to the semi-finals.
Absolutely. But I can't help but think back a year ago when TAI Tzu Ying lost a group match to Sung Jae-hyung, and that cost her because it ended up as a three-way tie.
Yeah.
And she didn't progress through to the semi-final stage. Got the net
bit of luck.
Service over, 20, match
And we
point,
all need a little bit of luck at times. But quite frankly, the way that PUSARLA Venkata Sindhu has played since the change of ends has been simply fantastic in this deciding game. And she thoroughly deserves the 4 match point opportunities that she has now earned. Always landed in. Always challenge. Challenge. If she's right on this, then it's match over.
Challenger call in.
Here we go. This is crucial. Oh, he caught the line by a whisker.
Challenger unsuccessful. 1 challenger remaining. Service over, 17, 20.
Talk about margins in sports.
Tiny. Still match points, of course, for Sindhu. Oh, it's wide. It's wide, my goodness.
No chance of play.
2 match points have come and gone, but another 2 remain.
It's a good rally.
She's missed it. And for the first time in 7 meetings, PUSARLA Venkata Sindhu records a 4th victory in total over the world #1 TAI Tzu Ying. What a thrilling match. What a good match. What a wonderful demonstration of women's singles. 21-18 in the deciding game on her 3rd match point opportunity. Just over the hour mark. And after 6 consecutive losses in the last 6 of their 13 previous meetings, PUSARLA finally gets the victory she so dearly desired. Well, she did it the hard way, coming from a game down 14-21, 21-16, 21-18 in a thrilling deciding game.